back for another vid. And you're probably thinking, why the hell does this dude have fusions in front of him? Nobody wears fusions. Why does he have fusions? This is actually the first pair that got me started. And I'm going to tell you about how I got started in the shoe culture game, or whatever it is, for lack of a better word. It's called culture. But I got started in the game, or culture, around when I want to say I started actively buying a lot when I was 16, 17. But I've been into shoes for as long as I can remember, because I'm from Chicago, and everybody in Chicago rocks Jordans. If you didn't rock Jordans or Nikes back then, it was a sin, pretty much. But when I was 13, I had to have leg surgery. I had to have leg surgery because I have a disability, and I had to have surgery to straighten that out. And that was the end of me rocking Jordans for a little while, I understood. But I was rocking the hospital New Balances with leg braces for a while, and I hated it. I hated it. And then when I went back to school, I would always be looking at people's feet like, damn, I actually want a pair of Jordans again. I want a pair of Jordans. So actually, when I got out of the braces, I would constantly ask my mom, yo, can I have a pair of Jordans? Can I have a pair of Jordans? Can I have a pair of Jordans? And she was always like, no, why do you need Jordans? You have shoes that are perfectly fine. And I would always tell her, but they're not Jordans. And when I was younger, the two pairs that I can actually vividly remember me having, whether it be Jordans or Nikes, I remember I had a pair of Jeters, and I used to always wear those. I beat the shit out of those. Like, the soles were falling off when I got done. But anyways, I got sidetracked. But so one day I just kept bugging her. She's like, if I get you a pair of Jordans, will you shut up? And I said yes. And she took me to the mall. And at that time, the One's DMP pack was out. I already knew that was out of the question, because when I looked inside one of the shoes for the price tag, it was $214. And she was like, nope, that's out of the question. So we looked on the walls, and these caught my attention. My mom, she was looking at a pair of True Flights, and she said, why don't we get you these? Those are cheaper. And I was like, no, I want these. So about after like 5 minutes of arguing back and forth and constantly looking down the walls to see what there was, I got these. And when I got these, I was the happiest kid for life. I also caught I honestly was like jumping inside. I couldn't jump at the time, but I was in my mind. I was doing Cabbage Patches, and I was jumping for joy and all this crap. I was happy. I was really, really happy. I even got a matching fitted hat to go with it. I'll have to pull that out one day so I can show you guys. But as for, like, when I really started actively buying and getting into the shoe culture when I was 17. Because I remember I would be online just looking at sneakers, and seeing which ones I wanted for my next pair. Because I was always thinking about, what can be my next pair? And a grail of mine, and you're probably going to be like, what the hell? A grail of mine is the Bordeaux 7. And as soon as I saw that shoe, I knew I wanted it. So I would look through websites and all this other stuff. And I would see them on websites, but I would never know if they're real or fake. So what actually got me started watching YouTube videos, like sneaker YouTube videos, was I stumbled across J-Star. And I was watching J-Star's videos about the real or fake, and then that's what got me started in the whole sneaker community. Because I didn't know there was a sneaker community back then, until I saw one of J-Star's real or fake videos about the 7. So that's what got me started watching YouTube videos. And as for and I've been looking for that shoe ever since. I found it, but I haven't found it for like a decent price. It's always for like $2 something, and I'm not paying that. It's either retail or no tail for me. Shout out to everybody doing videos who always says that and mentions that. Also, shout out to Manny361. He actually gave me like positive words of encouragement on my first vid. And he said he also welcomed me in exactly. So if you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him now. And also I wanted to mention, while I'm on the topic of YouTube and the sneaker game, pretty much, but what's with all this drama that's going on? Because I've noticed there's lots and lots of drama going on that's unnecessary. About, oh, resellers are messing up the game, hypebeasts are messing up the game. Like, really? Like, it makes no sense. Like, I'm not gonna say that hypebeasts are like messing up the game exactly. They're kind of like helping up the game a little bit. I want to say that like they're messing up the. Well, they're not really messing up the game, but they're not. They're helping the game a little bit, because without them we wouldn't know. Like without sneaker websites and all this other stuff and all the other people hyping up the shoes, we wouldn't know about certain releases. And a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not a hype beast. Oh, I'm not a hype beast." Well, you don't have to be a hype beast, but everybody has hype beast tendencies, and whoever tells you they don't is lying to you, because at one time or another, everybody's at least hyped up one shoe or beasted after one shoe and was telling people, "Oh, this is the raw shoe ever. You have to get this shoe." Nah, 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 nah. Everybody has done that, and if they tell you they haven't, they've lied. They're lying to you. And that's just from my personal experience. But all this drama and all this other stuff, I just personally stay out of it. Some of it's actually pretty funny. So I watch it for a laugh sometimes. But yeah, you guys, that's my take on the whole situation. That's my take on YouTube and YouTube drama, and this is how I got started in YouTube. This is how I got started in the culture, the sneaker game, or whatever you want to call it. This pair right here got me started. And I don't think and because of this shoe, doing my vid on it. So, yeah. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.